Learn every day and beat 99% of people. One habit that changes your life. Why most people stay stuck and why you don't have to. Most people want a better life. They want more money, more freedom, more confidence, more meaning. But year after year, nothing changes. They wake up, they go to work, they scroll on their phone, they watch videos, they go to sleep, and they repeat the same day again. They feel busy, but they are not growing. Have you ever felt like this? Like life is on repeat? Like you were moving, but not moving forward? This is not because you were lazy. This is not because you were stupid. This is not because you were unlucky. It is because of one missing habit. That habit is daily learning. Most people stop learning too early. They finish school, they finish college, and they think learning is over. They believe learning is only for students. They believe learning is only for exams. They believe learning is something from the past. That belief is dangerous. The world does not stop changing. Technology moves fast. Jobs change fast. Skills expire fast. What worked 5 years ago may not work today. What works today may not work next year. In this kind of world, standing still is not safe. Standing still means falling behind. But most people do not see it because falling behind is quiet. It does not happen in one day. It happens slowly. One day without learning, 1 week without learning, 1 year without learning. Then, one day, they feel lost. They feel tired. They feel behind. They ask, why am I stuck? Why is my life not changing? The answer is simple. They stopped feeding their mind. Your mind needs food, just like your body. If you stop eating, your body becomes weak. If you stop learning, your mind becomes weak. A weak mind is not stupid, it is just unused. Think about a muscle. If you never use it, it becomes small. If you train it every day, it becomes strong. Your brain works the same way. When you read, when you think, when you learn new ideas, your brain wakes up. When you do the same things every day, when you only scroll, when you only consume entertainment, your brain goes to sleep. That is why many people feel tired all the time, not because they work too much, but because their mind is not alive. They are working hard, but they are not growing. Hard work without learning is a trap. It feels productive, but it leads nowhere. It is like running on a treadmill. You sweat, you get tired, but you stay in the same place. Many people are proud of being busy, but busy does not mean better. If you were busy but not learning, you were just busy staying the same.
Now here is the truth that changes everything. You do not need to be special to succeed. You do not need to be born smart. You do not need to be rich. You need one habit. Learn something every day. That is it. One small habit, one simple habit, one powerful habit. Learning every day is not about school. It is about survival. It is about growth. It is about freedom. People who learn every day see life differently. They see opportunities. They see patterns. They see options. People who stop learning see problems. They see limits. They see fear. The difference is not talent. The difference is input. What you put into your mind shapes your future. If you put nothing in, nothing grows. If you put good ideas in, good results come out. This is why learning is the great divider. It quietly separates people into 2 groups, those who grow and those who stay the same. The scary part is this: most people do not choose to stay the same. They just forget to choose growth. They let life decide for them. But you are here now. That means something inside you is awake. You know you can be more. You know your life can be better. And you are right. But wanting more is not enough. Motivation is not enough. You need a system. Daily learning is that system. It is small. It is quiet, but it is unstoppable. 10 minutes a day, 20 minutes a day, 1 hour a day.
It does not matter how much you start with. What matters is that you start. Learning every day changes how you think. Then it changes how you act. Then it changes what you get from life. First, your thoughts change. Then your habits change. Then your results change. Most people try to change results first. They want more money, more success, more confidence, but they never change their input. That is why nothing lasts. Daily learning works because it attacks the root. It makes you stronger from the inside. You begin to understand yourself. You begin to understand the world. You begin to understand other people. And when you understand, fear gets smaller. Fear comes from not knowing. People fear money because they do not understand money. People fear change because they do not understand change. People fear the future because they are not prepared for it. Learning prepares you. Prepared people are calm. Prepared people are confident. Prepared people move forward while others panic. This is why people who learn daily seem ahead. They are not lucky, they are ready. They see problems early. They adapt faster. They recover quicker. Learning gives you options. Options give you power. When you have options, you are not trapped. You are not trapped in one job. You are not trapped in one way of thinking. You are not trapped in fear. This is why learning is freedom. Not freedom to do nothing, but freedom to choose.
Now let me tell you something important. Learning does not mean reading difficult books. Learning does not mean studying all day. Learning does not mean becoming perfect. Learning means progress. It means today you know a little more than yesterday. It means today you think a little better than yesterday. One small step every day. That is how real change happens. People overestimate what they can do in 1 week, but they underestimate what they can do in 1 year. 1 year of daily learning can change your life, not in a dramatic movie way, but in a real way. You speak better, you think clearer, you earn more, you choose better. And the best part is this: daily learning is free. You already have the tools: a phone, the internet, books, videos, podcasts. The problem was never access. The problem was priority. Most people give their best time to entertainment and their leftover time to growth. That is why entertainment grows and they do not. If you switch this, everything changes. You do not need to quit fun. You need to control it. You decide what enters your mind, because whatever enters your mind shapes your future. This is the first lesson. Most people stay stuck because they stop learning. You do not have to. You can choose differently, and that choice starts today. In the next part, you will learn why the top 1% never stop learning and how they use daily learning to stay ahead in life. Part 2, how the top 1% use daily learning to stay ahead. Look at people who are always ahead. They grow faster, they adapt faster, they stay calm when others panic. Many people think they are special, smarter, luckier, more talented. That is not the truth. The real difference is simple. They never stop learning. The top 1% are not superheroes. They are not perfect. They also feel tired. They also feel afraid sometimes. But they have one habit that protects them. They learn every day. Learning is not something they do when they have time. Learning is something they make time for. They treat learning like food, like sleep, like breathing. They do not ask, do I feel like learning today? They ask, what will I learn today? This small shift changes everything. Most people work harder. Top people learn smarter. Hard work gives short results. Learning gives long results. When you learn, you build leverage. Leverage means small effort, big result. One new idea can save years of mistakes. One new skill can double your income. One new perspective can change your whole life.
This is why learning is powerful. The top 1% understand this early, so they protect their learning time. They read while others scroll. They listen while others watch. They think while others complain. This does not make them better people. It makes them better prepared people. Preparation creates confidence. Confidence is not loud. Confidence is quiet. It comes from knowing you can handle problems. When a problem appears, most people freeze. They panic. They blame. They wait. But learners move. Because they have seen similar problems before. They have learned patterns. They have trained their mind. Learning builds mental strength. Mental strength means you do not break easily. It means you adapt. It means you recover fast. This is why learners survive change, and others fear it. Change is not the enemy. Ignorance is. The top 1% also understand time. They know time is limited, but they also know time can multiply. Learning multiplies time. If you do not learn, you repeat the same mistakes. If you learn, you avoid mistakes. Avoiding mistakes saves time. That is hidden progress. Most people only see visible work. They do not see invisible learning. But invisible learning creates visible results later. This is why success looks sudden, but it is never sudden. It is quiet learning for years, then visible results. Let us talk about habits. The top 1% do not rely on motivation. Motivation comes and goes. They rely on systems. A system works even when you feel tired. A system works even when you feel lazy. Daily learning is a system. It does not need big energy. It needs consistency. Consistency beats intensity. 10 minutes every day beats 2 hours once a week. Why? Because the brain learns through repetition, not pressure. When you learn a little every day, your brain stays open. It stays curious. Curiosity keeps the mind young. People who stop learning age faster inside. People who learn stay mentally alive. This is why some people feel old at 30 and others feel young at 60. Learning is the difference. The top 1% also choose what to learn carefully. They do not learn random things. They learn useful things. They ask, will this help me think better? Will this help me act better? Will this help me earn better? They focus on skills that transfer, skills that work everywhere. Communication, thinking, problem solving, emotional control. These skills do not expire. Technology changes, tools change, but these skills stay valuable. This is why learners are always needed. They are useful. Usefulness creates opportunity. When you are useful, people call you, people trust you, people pay you. Learning increases usefulness.
Now let us talk about time again. Many people say, I do not have time to learn. But everyone has 24 hours. The difference is use. The top 1% audit their time. They know where it goes. Most people leak time. 5 minutes scrolling, 10 minutes watching random videos, 20 minutes doing nothing. These small leaks become big losses. Learners close these leaks. They turn dead time into growth time. Waiting time becomes reading time. Travel time becomes listening time. Break time becomes thinking time. They do not wait for perfect conditions. They use real conditions. That is why they grow faster. They're not waiting for life to slow down. They adapt to life as it is. Another important difference. The top 1% apply what they learn. Learning without action is entertainment. Learning with action is power. They test ideas. They experiment. They adjust. Mistakes do not stop them. Mistakes teach them. This creates a feedback loop. Learn, apply, reflect, improve. Most people break this loop. They consume information but never use it, so nothing changes. Learning must touch real life. A small action after learning is enough. Read one idea,
Apply one idea. That is how confidence grows. Confidence grows from proof. Proof comes from action. The top 1% also think long-term. They do not ask, what do I get today? They ask, who will I become in 1 year? Learning is delayed reward. It feels small today, but it compounds. Compound growth is slow at first, then powerful. Most people quit before the power phase. Learners stay. That is why they win. Think about 1 hour a day. 1 hour does not feel special, but 1 hour every day is 365 hours a year. That is a lot of thinking, a lot of reading, a lot of growth. That is why learners pull away from the crowd, not because they rush, but because they stay consistent. Now, let us make this personal. You do not need to be the best. You do not need to compete with anyone. You only need to beat your past self. Learn today what you did not know yesterday. That is enough. The top 1% did not start at the top. They started where you are, confused, curious, unsure, but they kept learning. And learning changed how they saw the world. Once your thinking changes, your choices change. Once your choices change, your life changes. That is the real secret. Learning changes identity. You stop seeing yourself as stuck. You see yourself as growing. You stop waiting. You start building. This is why daily learning is dangerous. Dangerous to limits, dangerous to excuses, dangerous to fear. Because when you learn every day, you cannot stay the same. Growth becomes inevitable. In the next part, you will learn exactly what to learn, the key areas that give the highest return, and how to turn learning into a lifestyle that lasts forever.
Part 3. What to learn every day and how to turn learning into a lifestyle. Learning every day is powerful, but learning the wrong things wastes time. This part shows you what to learn and how to keep learning for life. You do not need to learn everything. You need to learn the right things. Think of learning like building a house. If the foundation is weak, the house falls. So start with the foundation. The first area to learn is thinking. Thinking is how you see the world. It shapes every decision. Many people never learn how to think. They only react. Good thinking means clear thinking. Clear thinking helps you choose better. It helps you stay calm. It helps you solve problems. You can train thinking. Ask better questions. Slow down before decisions. Look for causes, not symptoms. Read simple ideas about logic. Read about decision-making. 1 idea a day is enough. The second area to learn is communication. Communication is how ideas travel. You can have great ideas, but if you cannot explain them, they die inside you. Communication is speaking, but it is also listening. Listening shows respect. Respect builds trust. Trust opens doors. Learn how to speak clearly. Use simple words. Use short sentences. Clarity is power. Learn how to listen without interrupting. Learn how to understand feelings. This skill changes relationships, at work, at home, everywhere. The third area to learn is emotional control. Emotions drive behavior. If emotions control you, your life is unstable. If you control emotions, your life becomes steady. Emotional control does not mean no emotion. It means awareness. Notice what you feel. Name it. Pause. This small pause saves many regrets. Learn how stress works. Learn how fear works. When you understand emotions, they lose power over you. Calm people think better. They act better. That is why calm is a superpower. The fourth area to learn is skill building. Skills create value. Value creates income. Choose skills that match your life. If you work with people, learn communication. If you work with ideas, learn writing. If you work with systems, learn analysis. Do not chase too many skills. Choose one. Practice daily. Small practice beats big plans. The fifth area to learn is self-awareness. Self-awareness means knowing yourself, your strengths, your weaknesses, your patterns. Most people avoid this because it feels uncomfortable, but discomfort is growth. When you know yourself, you stop fighting yourself. You design life around who you are. Learning about habits helps here. Learning about focus helps here. Awareness creates control.
Now, let us talk about how to learn daily. The secret is simplicity. Do not make learning heavy. Make it light. 5 pages, 10 minutes, one idea. That is enough. Choose one learning time. Morning works best, before the world gets loud. If morning is hard, choose evening. The time is less important than consistency. Link learning to an existing habit. After coffee, before sleep, during travel. This creates automatic behavior. Your brain loves patterns. Remove friction. Keep books visible. Keep notes simple. The easier learning feels, the more you will do it. Do not wait for motivation. Motivation follows action. Action creates momentum. Some days will feel boring. That is normal. Growth is not always exciting, but boring days still count. This mindset keeps you going. Now let us talk about reflection. Learning without reflection fades. After learning, ask one question. What did I learn today? Write one sentence. This locks learning into memory. You do not need long notes. Short notes are better. Your future self will thank you. Now let us talk about identity. Identity drives behavior. If you see yourself as a learner, you will learn. Say this to yourself: I am someone who learns every day. Repeat it. Live it. Identity grows through action. Each day you learn, you prove it true. Soon it feels natural. Learning becomes part of who you are. Now let us talk about patience. Results take time. Your brain is changing quietly. Your thinking is improving slowly. You may not see it today, but one day you will notice. You understand faster. You react less. You choose better. Others will notice too. They will say, "You changed." They are right. Learning changed you. This is how learning changes life. Not through miracles, through moments. Small moments. Daily moments. You do not need to be perfect. You need to be consistent. Miss a day? Continue the next. Never quit. Quitting breaks identity. Continuing strengthens it. Learning is a lifelong path. There is no finish line, and that is good, because growth keeps life interesting. Now let us bring it all together. One habit: daily learning. It makes you calmer, smarter, more confident. It helps you beat average thinking, not by force, but by clarity. You do not need to rush. You only need to show up. Every day. Open a book, listen to a lesson, think deeply. Then live your life. This is how you beat 99%. Not by being better than them, but by becoming better than yesterday. This is the habit that changes your life. Learn every day, and let time work for you.
To support this channel, please subscribe, like, share, and leave a comment. Your engagement allows us to keep producing high-quality shadowing lessons for you.